Hello everybody, this is Miss Trish. Welcome to the March 29th class for the Unicorn Group at the Unitarian Universalist Church of St. Petersburg. I'm broadcasting from my home to keep us all connected. And this week's class is called The Wisdom of Our Bodies. The goal is remembering that our bodies know what they know. And there's also a calendar connection, and it is Transgender Visibility Day on March the 31st. It's an annual event that's dedicated to celebrating transgender people and raising awareness of the discrimination that they face, and to acknowledge the contributions that they have made to society and continue making. Before we go any farther, I'm going to light our chalice. I have a battery operated one, and it is on. And I'll read our regular reading, which is, "Love is the spirit of this church, and service its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another." I'll put this chalice aside and turn it off at the end. Before we go on any farther, I'm wondering how you did with the little books that we made last week. I have a couple that I wrote down some wisdom in. This first one is called My Week at Home. Let's see what I put in here. I spent more time playing with my cat. He really appreciated that. I put a lot of things I don't need anymore in the donation box, and I can drop them off at the Goodwill drop place. Oh, I wrote an actual letter to a friend on paper. I put it in an envelope, put a stamp on it, and put it in the mail. He's going to be so thrilled when he gets a real letter in the mail. Let's see what I've got in this other one. Oh, I like the way I decorated this one. Isn't that cute? It says, I called a lot of friends to make sure they were okay and just give them a little bit of company, even if it's just on the telephone. It gets lonely when you don't get to go visit your friends. So it's great we've got the internet and telephone to keep us connected. I learned to play a new song on my guitar. A friend sent me a song on my email and challenged me to learn it. So I made a challenge to my friends who play ukuleles to each memorize, without looking, memorize a song they can play on their ukuleles. That means I have to do it too. So I'll let you know how that goes. So the next thing we're going to do is the Wonder Box. Here it is. Since our theme is the wisdom of our bodies, I wonder what could be in here that could help us talk about the wisdom of our bodies. Let's see. It's a giant Band-Aid. Well, what do we do with the Band-Aid? We use a Band-Aid to cover up wounds so that no germs get in them and they can heal better. Our body has all the wisdom to heal, and with a little wisdom of keeping the germs out, it can heal even faster. Our bodies know when they're hurt. Like if you touched a hot stove, you wouldn't even have to think about it. Your body's wisdom would pull your hand away so fast because it knows when something's hurting it, that means it's in danger. Our bodies can tell us that when we're hungry, we feel our stomachs rumble and that we need food. And they can tell us when we need to take a rest. If we're overexcited, They can tell us we need to breathe so we can calm down and actually be present for what's going on and make wise decisions. Our bodies can tell us when we're sleepy. We would yawn and maybe our eyes would start getting heavy. And our bodies are telling us we need to go lie down and take a nap or maybe go to bed for the night. Our bodies can also tell us when we need a hug. You can actually feel it in your body, and your arms start to reach out even before you have the thought. So if you have someone that lives there with you, you can hug them. Maybe you've got a pet you can hug. I especially like to hug my cat. But when he's not up for a hug and I need one, I go get my teddy bear and I give him a hug. Clown Bear's always up for a hug. So while we're thinking about the wisdom of our bodies, let's do our meditation. Before we get started, let's give a little wiggle to get all of our wiggles out. We can wiggle our fingers. And I know you can't see my toes, but I'm wiggling my toes. And I can wiggle my shoulders. Ooh, I can wiggle my arms. I can wiggle my nose. And just shake my whole body and get all those wiggles out. Now find yourself a nice comfortable spot. Settle in. Get all comfy. Because you might want to close your eyes. And I'm going to start our meditation. We're going to start with a breath in, a hold, a breath out, and a hold. The box breathing that we've been doing all along. We'll do a couple of those. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe in. Now just breathe normally. And I want you to relax your face. Start with your forehead and let your forehead completely relax. You don't need to think about anything. You don't need to do anything or go anywhere or say anything. Let any thoughts drift away like clouds in the sky. Relax your eyebrows. Very relaxed. Relax your eyes. If your eyes are open, find a spot to gaze at. Just a soft gaze, not staring or studying. Just gaze at a spot on the wall or a spot on the floor, or maybe a spot on your shoe, without thought. Then relax your mouth and your jaw. Relax your shoulders. You can lift them up and let them go down and relax. Relax your arms and your fingers. Relax your chest and your stomach. Relax your hips and your thighs. Feel a wave of relaxation going down your knees, down your legs, down to your feet, all the way out your toes. And now just sit and breathe a couple of breaths and enjoy that relaxation. Your body knows exactly what to do to keep you alive. It beats your heart. It pumps your blood. It breathes in and out without you having to think about it. It heals your wounds and grows your hair. Your body is so wise. Now come on back to this room and open your eyes. We're going to go on with our lesson. The next thing we're going to do is a story. My library is closed, so I couldn't get there to get a book and show you pictures. So if you like, you can close your eyes and visualize the scenes of the story as it goes by. This is the story. Oops, not supposed to be touching my face. This is a story of a transgender girl. Her name is Jazz Jennings. Her story is called I Am Jazz. And I'm going to put a link in the bottom that you can click and you can hear her tell her story. But for now, I'm going to tell her story. And I'm going to tell it in first person as if it were my story, but it's really hers. This is how it goes. I am Jazz. For as long as I can remember, my favorite color has been pink. My second favorite color is silver. My third favorite color is green. Here are some of my other favorite things: dancing, singing, backflips, drawing, soccer, makeup, and pretending I'm a pop star. Most of all, I love mermaids. Sometimes I even wear a mermaid tail to the swimming pool. My best friends are Samantha and Cassie. We always have fun together. We like high heels and princess gowns, or cartwheels and trampolines. But I'm not exactly like Cassie and Samantha. I have a girl brain, but a boy body. This is called transgender. I was born this way. When I was very little, my mom would say, "You're such a good boy." But I would say, "No, Mama, good girl." At first, my family was confused. They always thought of me as a boy. As I got a little older, I hardly ever played with trucks or tools or superheroes. Only princesses and mermaid costumes. My brothers told me this was girl stuff, but I kept right on playing. My sister says I was always talking to her about my girl thoughts, my girl dreams, and how someday I would grow up to be a beautiful lady. She would giggle and say, "You're a funny kid." Sometimes my parents would let me wear my sister's dresses around the house. But whenever I went out, I had to put on my boy clothes. This made me mad. Still, I never gave up trying to convince them. Pretending like I was a boy felt like a lie. Mom and Dad took me to meet a new doctor one day, and he asked me a lot of questions. Afterwards, the doctor spoke to my parents, and I heard the word transgender for the first time. What an amazing day that was. That night at bedtime, my parents both hugged me and said, "We understand now. Be who you are. We love you no matter what." This made me smile and smile and smile. Mom and Dad told me I could start wearing girls' clothes to school and growing my hair long. They even let me change my name to Jazz. Being Jazz felt much more like being me. Mom said being Jazz would make me different from the other kids at school, but that being different was okay. What's important, she says, is that I'm happy with who I am. Being Jazz might cause some other people to feel confused, like the teachers at school. At the beginning of the year, they wanted me to use the boys' bathroom and to play on the boys' team in gym class. But that didn't feel normal to me at all. I was so happy when the teachers changed their minds. I can't imagine not playing on the same team as Cassie and Samantha. Even today, there are kids who tease me and call me boy names or ignore me altogether. This makes me feel crummy. Then I remember that the kids who get to know me usually want to be my friend. They say I'm one of the nicest girls in school. I don't mind being different. Different is special. I think what makes people special is what's inside. And inside, I am happy. I am having fun. I am proud. I am Jazz. So now we're going to do our activity, or at least I'm going to show you the activity. Let me grab my stuff. So remembering that our bodies have a lot of wisdom, I want you to trace your hand. Just like you did in kindergarten. You can do this in pencil or you can do it in pen. I did it with a fine line marker. And when you get one that you really like, you can decorate it any way that you want. You can put stickers on it. You can draw stars on it. You can color it with crayons or with markers or anything you can think of. You can write words on it. You can write a poem on it. I decided to look around and see what I had at my house. And I found some stamps and a stamp pad and some highlighters. And so this is the one I came up with. I'm going to put it real close so you can see it. So I took my plain hand and I drew the lines all over it, and I knew it wouldn't matter because I was going to cut it out, so if it overlapped it was not a problem. And I let the stamps overlap too, because anything that went on outside of the line I was going to cut off. And then I cut the hand out. There's a little bit of the tracing that shows, but that's okay. That just makes it more special and more mine. And I put glue stick on all on the back, and I decided which piece of paper I liked the best color, and I came up with blue. I tried purple and yellow and green, but I liked blue the best. I even tried black. And while I really did like black, I decided to take the blue one and stick it on a frame of black. Now, if you wanted to, you could even decorate along the bottom edge and along here with stickers or stars, or you could write, "Hi, how are you? I miss you." You could make this into a card and put another part on it, or you could glue a plain piece of paper to the back and write a message on it. You could give it to your mom or to a friend, or you could do like I did and put it in an envelope with a stamp and mail it to your friend to let you know you're thinking of that person. Well, I'll be thinking of you until next time we meet. For now, I'm going to turn off the chalice, and I'm going to wish you all health and happiness, and I can't wait until we can meet again. Goodbye for now. Love you all. Namaste.